Alright guys, we're on to a new gameplay. I hope you're excited. Like I said, 5 of the days are new gameplays and 2 days are the existing series. And soon enough they'll be... Elizabeth, find MD, diagnosis mystery. My god, it's a long name. Alright guys, let's get going. As we head into, yes, we like to play again. Dr. Tara Key, come in. I thought I might find you up here. Just consulting on a patient with Dr. Key. Well, wrap it up. You're needed downstairs. We have a patient en route with what's probably a case of the sniffles, but Dean Thomas insists I look into it, which means you look into it. But my shift's just ending. I should have guessed from the bags under your eyes that you pulled an all-nighter. How thoughtless of me. Unfortunately, our patients do not heal themselves. Enough, you two! Oh, you don't want to get on my list today, Tara. I've had yet another complaint from the board about you smoking in the courtyard. People no longer find that irony amusing. First off, I can't smoke out front. Then I can't smoke on my own balcony. Now I can't smoke in the courtyard. Has it occurred to you that my smoking might be a direct result of job-related stress? In which case, we should really share the blame. I'd love to hear how the conversation is, but I'm needed in the ER. I'll see you downstairs there, Dr. Roberts. Layton Sands Hospital, Chicago, Illinois. Urgent care alert. Patient name, race and sex unknown. Patient's uncommutative, male, Hispanic, ancestry. Age unknown. Appears mid-30s. Patient was discovered by staff of St. Olaf Academy on sidewalk outside playground. Paramedics called the scene, found patient experiences seizures. Patient had no identification and quickly slipped into a comatose state. Patient currently en route to Layton Sands, ETA 5 minutes. What have we got? Not sure yet. He's completely unresponsible. Haven't had a chance to check his vitals. Probably a good idea to get on that, don't you think? Yes, doctor. I already know all this. Dinosaur. Medicine bottle. Alright. First? No, I don't want to keep playing seahorse. Sneakers. That is sneakers. Bone. That's not clothes hanger. How's the abacus? Abacus. Horse, boot, centipede, caliber pin, that's it. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. The patient reflexes are normal. All this stuff should not be on the patient either, but patient's heart rate might be elevated, but it's still beating in a strong standard sinus rhythm. Let's see, he's in mid-30s, Hispanic male. We still don't know nothing too much about him. Okay. I'm more into that than just this finding things situation. Because our abacus. know what an abacus is. There it is. Because I sat there when I watched the one thing with Markiplier, he said abacus, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And then it was in one of the games he played, and then it makes sense what it was. That's pretty funny though, because I didn't know what an abacus was until he said something about it in one of his videos, which I think is funny as hell. Because not too many people know that that little bead thing is actually an abacus. And there are ones that go loopy-loop in doctor's offices and therapeutic offices too, but you know, they don't call them that. Club symbol. I was clicking on that earlier. Whatever. I just saw his eyelids flutter. You sure? Sure. Sir, I'm a doctor. You experienced a seizure. Can you hear me? I hear you. Can you tell me your name? Babies? He's not making any sense, sir. Do you have any family we can contact? Not from here in nursery, my family. He was found just outside a nursery school. Maybe he has a kid there. Or maybe he worked there. Clearly, this isn't getting us anywhere. Bring him to the ICU and start him on oh, great. I'm usually good at this. Phenomenid for the seizures. Maybe he'll be better able to tell us something later. I forget how to say that word right. Come in. Just came by to see who won the debate. Difficult to say. I agreed not to smoke in the courtyard, and she agreed to take me out to dinner while my husband is away at the cluster conference. So, kind of a lose-lose. Depends on the restaurant. Shouldn't smoke at all. How about that? Oh, that's people for you. Chest piece. Chest piece in the nose trap. My head's not here right now. You're probably saying, what are you talking about? Well, earlier before I came here to play this game, I got sick a little bit. But I'm alright. I'm alright. I'll be fine. Just need a little water and I'm fine. So I'm good. No worries. Folded towels. So, no need to get all upset or I'm fine. It happens once in a while. So, yeah. No need to worry. DancingSouless is okay. I have ways to get through things quick. So. Clippers. One thing my father taught me was, unfortunately, my father sort of raised me a little bit like a boy, but I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. And the thing about it was, roll up tape. The way he raised me was, you know, suck it up and tie your boots and get going. And it's like, I'm not a boy. Why you raise me like a boy? And then even if I was a boy, which I'm not, you shouldn't raise a boy like that in the first place. I disagree with people raising their children like that. You don't. They're allowed to cry if they're a boy or a girl. That looks like a jewel orchard. When did you get that? It isn't mine, it's Ed's. Ah, gift from your husband. Nothing so romantic. I'm just looking after it while he's gone. Apparently they're delicate. They need more care than an average house cat. Well, I view this as a gesture of faith on his part. Don't you think? Personally, I wouldn't trust you get them out. Secondly, anyway, it's just a flower. I wonder how well it tolerates secondhand smoke. I'll let you know. I think the one thing I gotta work on too when I do these games is to quit panicking so much. But the problem is though, some of these games have like timers on them, and I get very up when I hear a timer counting down or something, just like most people, because that's what it's meant to do in video games, to get you antsy to find something quicker. Me, it gets me panicky, and then I don't do so well under pressure. But I've been working on it to the point where I can almost tone it out. But it's still difficult. I'm still working on it. So, most gamers that I know of have that issue too. They hear the thing coming down and they get antsy and they get, you know, panicky. They don't know where the item is, and you know, it happens. Still unresponsive. I give him 20 cc's of Phenamidate, but it hasn't had effect. Not so much another flutter. At least he's stable. If catatonic, let me take a look at him. Stomach compressions. How do we do those? I forget how we do the blood sample. Okay, I know that one. Alright. Have Stefan take the blood sample to the lab for analysis. Pupils, which means dilation. His pupils are sluggish and contracted, but they could just be a side effect of Phenamidate. I don't know. I don't think I'm saying that right. Stomach compressions. What the heck would that be? I forget what it would be. You see that? When you palpitate his abdomen, it's bruised almost immediately. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there it is. Handicap sticker. I forget what the heck that was. Oh, yeah, that. Hat. Oh, baby bottle! He's so cute! Atomizer. I forget what that is. Respirator. Oh man. There it is. I was hoping I was right on that. Atomizer, I forget what that is though. No. That's Admiral. Okay, I didn't know that was a guess. Nail clippers. The bruise of abdominal indicates internal hemorrhage. Stop the Phenamidate immediately. Begin steroids, get a contrast MRI, and meet me in the conference room as soon as you're done. I'm always worried about the long-term effects of spending so much time around in the machinery. I suppose that's a pretty selfish thought for a physician, but just get on with it. Alright, we're gonna do a MRI. Okay, the MRI has fired up and has a pretty good image of our patient. Now, all we have to do is insert the dye in the sequence to get a better look at the particular organs. Each insertion point delivers the contrast dye to one particular organ. Click anywhere to begin. Oh, crap. Damn! This one. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. I don't think that's the one. Dang it! Have any more screw-ups. Gotcha. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, sweeties. We're gonna get you here. Come on, sweetie. Gotcha. One more, sweetheart. There we go. Completely normal. We must be on the wrong track. Our patient arrived this morning in a near catatonic state. He carried no identification and is no state to answer questions. So, we must answer them for him. We need to find out what he does, where he goes, and why. We need to find a family member. Hell, even figure out exactly his age would be a start. Dr. Steve Edward. Have you tried counting his rings? Are you lobbying for clinic hours, Stefan? Sorry, you mentioned that he woke up while you were taking him to ICU, but wasn't making sense. He might not speak English. Are either of you bilingual? Does Latin count? It doesn't matter now anyways, he's completely out. Well, the paramedics say they picked him up just outside nursery school. He may work there or he may have a child there. In either case, I need you two to check it out. In the meantime, we'll see if the steroids have any effect. Right, we're on it. 2 butterflies. I'm about to sneeze. I have a feeling. My nose just twitched. 3 bottles. I'm sorry if I'm very quiet. I'm really getting into this gameplay like a doctor. I'm not even a doctor, but I'm still getting into it. Even when I'm in the hospital, I'm the same way. You know, in real life, if I'm in the hospital, even for myself or for anyone else, I'm constantly, because I always watch the medical channels and all that stuff. I don't have TV now, but when I get in those informational stages, I end up going and learning everything I can learn. And then I try to see what, you know, procedures can be done, and, you know, I really get into medical and law and everything. So I really get into everything. I just love learning. Just never put it to work though. At one point when we were in radiology, I've actually thought about going to being a radiologist, but that means you'd have to go back to get GED and then go to college for 2 years. I've also thought about going back to being a lawyer too as well, but that's going to be 6 years and a GED. There's a lot of things I thought about going back to doing, but you know, I just didn't. I didn't go back and do it. So like I get that like I can do it, and then I don't know exactly what happens. It's just like, what the hell just happened? Oh. And I've been in a courtroom for 10 years right now, you know, I'm not in there now, but I've been in there for a good 10 years. I should have been a lawyer by now. With all the stuff I've been through, I should have been. I'm good in family law, but I ain't no lawyer though. I've actually, when I was going to the courthouse quite often for the cases I went for, I quite often got mistakenly for a lawyer. I've even got mistakenly for a besides a lawyer, and actually, what was it? A district attorney. I'm like, how can you confuse me as a district attorney or attorney? But I always dressed in attorney clothes too. I was dressed formal. You know, like you're supposed to when you go in a courtroom. But remember to ask lots of questions, take good notes. Even the most mundane facts might turn out to be the most vital importance. Nice place. Maybe someday we'll send our kids here. In your dreams, Stefan. Not urban enough? Have it your way. Do you want to handle the principal while I sleep around outside? Sure. Good luck. You too. Uh-oh. Here comes trouble. I'll leave it to her. Hello. May I help you? Hi. My name is Dr. Elizabeth Pine. I'm here on behalf of Leighton Sands. Are you the principal here? Yes. I'm Sarah Ingram. Is this about the man who collapsed here this morning? You know, my last name was almost Ingram. I almost married a guy named Ingram. Yes. Terribly shame. It's quite frightening for the children who saw it. Gosh, it frightened for me. I'm sure. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Certainly not. Do you know the man at all? No. I'd never seen him before. So he didn't work here or have a child going to school here? No, that isn't possible. I'm personally familiar with the parents of all our students. Even if the parents are no longer together, it's a question of security, you see. Of course. Do you think I could ask questions of some of the children? I couldn't allow that. They distressed enough. Any information you need to get from me, it would be irresponsible of me to allow you to further traumatize our student's body. I understand. Would it be alright if I have a look around? I promise not to bother anybody. If you must. And that's another thing too. I almost, when I was in the younger grades, in 5th grade, we had the option to be a teacher. And you're like, what? How can you be a teacher when you're only a 5th grade student? Well, in Florida State, this particular school I went to, it was in Edgewater, Florida to be exact, because that's where I moved to when I moved from New York. And, oops, sorry about that. And, what happened was, there was a program if you want to become a teacher. So I took it. Of course, you couldn't be absent 3 days, and I was absent 3 days, not in a row. But there was times I was out sick, and I had a legitimate excuse. As soon as you missed 3 days, you were screwed, though. But anyways, I actually was a assistant teacher to a pre-K, and I sat there and I helped the teacher with the students and all. It was fun. I loved it. And basically what happened. Basically, I sat there. There's this one special student who had trouble with, I guess, assistant teachers or whatever. When I walked in there, all the kids, of course, were like, oh, who's the new assistant teacher? And I said, I introduced myself and all. And I was just, when I got near, the kids just came running over to me, and they're like, oh, I want to show you this, I want to show you that. And the teacher's like, and I wanted to do everything with them. You go play with them and everything. The teacher's like, we need you to help us tell them to clean up. So I did. And then the special student, which I forget her name, to be honest, I think her name was Stephanie. Yeah, I think it was Stephanie. And I said, okay, Stephanie, let's get going. We're going to go to PE, which is physical education in Florida, so AKA gym. And I'm like, okay, let's get going. And she put her hand out. I'm like, oh, you want me to hold your hand? And so I held her hand, and we got them all in line, and we walked them to PE and back. And basically, my whole thing was to basically be another, assistant teacher there. There was like, in classes, they usually have, the regular teacher that teaches, an assistant teacher, and then another one, usually like 3. One's for like a special one, and then another was like just assistant to the teacher. But I did that quite often, and every time I'd walk in there every day, the students were just so happy to see me. I miss that. I really do. I do think about that quite often, but I remember every day going in there, and they always look forward to me. And there was one time they were fighting over who held my hand. I'm like, we'll take turns every week. Every day we'll take our turns, so no one got left out. It was my favorite. I miss that. I know I should be playing this game while I'm, doing this, but I want to, pay 100% attention to you guys while, I think we need a petri dish. No, I gotta get, yes, I know, I gotta get the, oops. Oh, I think I need to get a syringe, right? How many of those do I have to get? Oh, bulk sample. What would it be? Where would it be? Remote control, which would be either it's one of these scenes that the kids play with, and I still play with those, believe it or not, or it's one of these scenes for the TV. That's a treble clef lobster. There's a abacus, or however you say it, abacus. No, I probably said it right, probably. Let's see, a pen. I can't help it when we get on this, these topics. Even in the game, there's always things that pop up about things I've done in my real life, and it's like I gotta talk about it because I have a lot of things I've done, and I want to share it. I want everyone to know. Why do they call it a hairpick? I don't get that. I don't get it at all. One of those old ones. Go figure on that one. I know you guys watching this like, oh my god, this is long. Well, you don't have to. You can sit there and close your eyes, and I'll talk to you while you just listen to the background if it's getting to you a bit. Okay, guys. I mean, I don't mind just sitting there talking while we find stuff. I have no problem at all. I love to talk. I love to talk a lot. That's just me. I don't have really too much. I don't really talk that much to people, so I just playing video games and being with you is the most happiest. It's like I said in my blog, the most happiest moment is just being here with you and playing games and just being with you is my happiest moment of the day. I always look forward to it. It's like I always count down the time, and then I'm always trying to figure out, exactly. Well, that's a petri dish, duh. Exactly how long. I should have known that. How long it is before I can sit there and see you guys again. I always try to figure if I could go earlier playing, but it depends when I wake up too. Because after rendering and all that, I go right to sleep usually, or I try to stay awake and play another game to do it. But then sometimes that doesn't work out, so I go right to bed. And then by the time I wake up, I'm like, okay, get up, brush your teeth, take a shower if you got to take a shower, get ready. Eat if you want to eat right away when I get up. I don't really like to eat, so most people do. I don't. I'm very weird that way. Any luck? The principal seemed a little guarded, but she said she had never seen the man before. I found an unidentified liquid in some mold, but that was it. How do you do? Well, I spoke to the janitor. It seems the school was built several years ago, the ground up, complying with all state and federal regulations. That means no lead paint, no asbestos, and no nothing. Asbestos, not asbestos. That would only be a factor if our man worked here anyways, which he didn't. According to Mrs. Ingram, anyway. What is it? What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Well, if Johnny Boy was an illegal immigrant and St. Olive's hired him to avoid to pay benefits or even a full wage, they wouldn't be likely to come forward with that information, would they? I don't know, Stefan. Seems like a little extreme. Do you actually believe that? I am on the fence about it. No pun intended. Dollars to donuts, Dr. Roberts. That's it, though. Enter. The snooper troops. Find anything? Not a lot. A couple possible contaminants, but unfortunately the children would be our canaries if they were anything dangerous. Oh, canaries if they were anything dangerous. I'm having them analyzed just to be sure. The principal said she had never seen our guy before he collapsed outside the school. She wouldn't let me question the children though. She seemed a bit uneasy. What could she be uneasy about? Well, it's just that. Stefan thinks if she was employing him illegally, it would mean her job. Hey, I didn't say that he was a legal alien. I see. Let me digest what you're saying for a few minutes. Floppy disk. Floppy disk, where are you? And I know what that is. Now, if I can find one, and hopefully it's not black. Because if it's black, it's going to really grade it in. Something tells me it's going to be black. Just to spite me. Which would P-me-o-e. Yeah, P-me-o-e. It's P-me-o-e. Light switch. There we are. Purple. Thank you. Stethoscope. Elephant, where are you? I still can't do an elephant noise. I remember trying to do sounds for my kids all the time. They always, my kids always laughed at me when I did noises. I love them with all my heart, all my children. And I miss them. Harpoon. Okay, wristwatch. Why does things have to be so complicated with words? I always have difficulties with words. Then again, when I was in school, I was in a special class called speech class. And well, you want to hear something that's very interesting? I was in speech class from kindergarten all the way up to 7th grade, and by 7th grade, no joke, I'm not lying, the teacher looked at me and she said, quote unquote, word for word, that she gave up on me because I could not learn. You know how discouraging that is to be a student, to want to learn, and to want to fix your problem with your list? Because I had problems with my S's and my G's. Oh yeah, my Z's. Because S's and Z's, my tongue comes out when I say the S's, if you didn't notice. And the G's at the end of the word, like son, I can't pronounce it properly. But anyway, she quote unquote, word for word, said she gave up on me. And so at 7th grade, she got rid of me out of her classroom, and I didn't go after that. I was, you know, that was very screwed up. But that's Florida for ya. Nice education, isn't it? Sorry, I put New York classes better and New York State teachers better than Florida classes, and that's my personal opinion. Because in 3rd grade, I was learning college algebra in New York. Down here, they don't even learn multiplication or anything until high school. I think it's like literally until they don't learn algebra 1 until like 12th grade, I think it is. So messed up, I'm telling you. So backwards and bad. But that's my personal opinion. And it's the truth. Number 1, school education. Bull crap. My oldest daughter's having one of the most difficulties ever in school. And she needs one-on-one teaching. Meanwhile, my mom has to sit there and keep arguing with the freaking people to get her help. It's bull crap down here in Florida. My freaking child, my oldest daughter, is having difficulties in school because of them. And you know how that makes me feel? Angry. Because she should get the help she needs. My mom calls me up and tells me stuff about that. I'm like, oh, do not get me near the teachers, because I tell you this much, I let them have a piece of my mind on how they're not doing their job right. Exactly, that's exactly what I sit there to look at them. I'm like, you guys are not doing your job. You need to sit there and get this straightened out or something, or you need to be fired. Or go back to school. Sorry, I'm very passionate about my kids getting the best education ever. And it pisses me off to know that they're having difficulties and the schools are not doing nothing about it. Meanwhile, we have our schools overpopulated. And it's not, and there's nothing wrong with it, but they need to get more teachers, they need to get better curriculum and everything, but they're not. There are students that freaking fail, and they push them forward anyways to the next grade. That's not helping our education system. What the hell's wrong with that? What's wrong with them? You don't pass a student because they're failing. Hello? Well, Elizabeth, you made quite the gaggle of unfounded assumptions. You're assuming our guy's an illegal immigrant. You're assuming a prestigious school would risk illegal employment just to save a few bucks. And that when he took ill, they kicked him out the door and called 911 anonymously. Did I miss anything? I didn't say he was here illegally. Can you think of another reason the principal would deny knowing him? Occam's razor? All other things being equal, the simplest solution is best. Now, if only we had some physical evidence tying him to the school. It's early days yet. Let's see how our enigma is responsive to treatment. Follow up on those contaminants. Let's see if that school is as up to date as it would have liked to appear. Okay, let's run it down. The patient's turning downwards. Phenomena and steroid therapy has no effect, or possible a detrimental effect. His lymphocytes are though through the roof. I think I know how to say that word, but I can't remember. Any result in the blood cultures? Not yet. They're being typically sluggish down there. Well, why don't you get on top of it personally, Elizabeth? Did you get your contaminant reports back yet? Here they are. Let's see. So we got mold 0.3 grams, microRLs negative, negative, dermatophage negative. Standard household mold, no dangerous aerosol characters, no action recommended. Unknown liquids. Cemented unknown was found by the water with suspended particles of cement and drywall. Liquid likely condensate from an air conditioner. No harmful properties, no action recommended. 10 well, that shouldn't be that hard. Oops. Stay still! Oh. That's a paintbrush. Oops. Dang it. I need 2 more. Walls. I know, so I tell you guys how I really feel about the, educational system and medical. I'm being honest with you guys when I talk about what I talk about and how I feel. That was quick. Let me just ask you straight out, Elizabeth. Do you think that the principal was lying? I don't think. I'm very good at telling the difference. She was vaguely condescending and aloe. Pretty typical for a principal, I think. I think we have to have another look at the classroom. Agreed. They are probably closed for the day. Maybe in the morning. Closed? Perfect. It's better that nobody's there when you go. You'll get more done. Me? What? Break in. You break in. Bring me something. Stuffing. You get serology moving, even if it means you have to run the cultures yourself. Yes, doctor. What do I do? What do I do if I get caught here? What's my excuse? You see, officer, I'm a doctor and I was just following the orders of rather demanding boss. I can guarantee you that it's for greater good. What's that? Handcuffs? 1 phone call? Yes, of course. Just do your duty. I understand completely. It wouldn't look good on my record, that's for sure. Condescending. Our patient shoes. I wonder what happened to its mate. He might have lost it on the way to the ER. I should check the ambulance and triage area. Dear Sarah, I know our love can never be your husband and my wife. Keep us from each other. But know that I love you now and forever. You make these roses pale by comparison. Use internal TB. She's on an affair. Well, that's a divorce in the making. God, people just can't sit there and just BS what people do. If you're not happy in your relationship, get the hell out of it and don't get involved with somebody, you jackasses. That's my personal opinion. I'm tired of people cheating. I'm tired of people making people hurt. Keep calm, Elizabeth. You're almost out with a nearly broken nail. Oh, excuse me. What are you doing here? Cleaning up a vile mess. Mess 15 years as senior surgeon at Valencia, and this is what they have me do? Really? You were a surgeon? I am a surgeon. Your chief of neurology came to Valencia to study my methods at repairing nerve damage. So, if you don't mind me asking, why are you working as an orderly? Huh? That is a very good question, and I ask myself the same thing every day. Do you know what happened to the people with money where I came from? No. They get harassed and threatened. It got so bad I had to leave. When I had arrived here, I had nothing but the cash I had on me, and your AMA, in their infinite wisdom, refused to grant me a license. Before they will even hear my case, I must complete a 2-year course that naturally costs more money than I can make here a year. So I'm stuck cleaning up vomit, and your hospital is stuck with a neurologist taking out the trash. Do you say vomit? Yes. That man they picked up this morning, he vomited quite a bit on the way here. This may sound a little strange, but could I have that sample of that? You may have a tub of it. A petri dish will be fine. Alright, but I can see the vomit right here already. That's one hell of a vomit, that's for sure. Let's look at the documents. Okay, mid-30s. Lab results, negatives. And another lab results. We still don't know the liquid, and we have a card from Sarah. Alright. Nail clippers again. What is it with the nail clippers in these places? Dang. $3 bills. Dang it, I wish they would tell me that 5 seconds ago. Hey, where'd it go? Oh, I was gonna say, wait, where'd it go? I thought they were gonna say, oh, it's a $3 bill. Oh, you remember the controversy back then when they said there was a $3 bill? And I remember, I forget how old I was when that was. They're like, oh, there's a $3 bill. I'm like, what? And then someone showed me a $3 bill. I'm like, is that real? It was, a kid had it, but I don't know. I think it was fake though. I'm not positive though. I was only a kid at the time when it happened. I forget what grade I was in. I think it was in 4th grade. Can't really recall like exactly how old I was. I do remember I was a kid though. I do know that much. So that I can recall. Microscope. Wait, microscope as in what kind of microscope are we talking about? There's so different ones of those. A domino. Oh, here we are. A fly. Wait, there's a fly. There's an eagle. What is that? I thought that was a CD for me. It looked like one. Dang it! Knock it off! You're gonna quit doing that! Sword, bicycle. It's flat. And where would we find a sword and a bicycle? Because I don't see one right here right now. There it is. Look, and I don't see. There it is. There we go. Thanks for the vomit, Emil, thank you. Say you didn't happen to see a lost shoe around here, did you? No, I'm sorry. No shoes, just bile. Okay, thanks. Run here. Do this. Shine my shoes. Do my laundry. When did I become such a doormat? I suppose it was at my white coat ceremony. Oh, well, a surgeon's work is never done. Alright, guys. Time to do effective samples. Shit. Crap! You're under a microscope. Under... crap! Oh, swab. Crap! Go! Damn it! Come on. Sorry for not reading instructions, guys, but apparently we have a situation here that requires me to act fast, apparently. There should be enough cells for a reliable sample. Whatever this guy has, it's virulent and spreading quickly. His C reactives have spiked, a sure sign of symptomatic infection. I better tell Dr. Roberts about this. It isn't looking good. I think it's terminal. How is that possible? I haven't even had a darn thing 24 hours. It's dying on me. I save people by the boatloads, and I can't even keep a stupid flower alive? What am I gonna do? Ed will have my head. Here you are, Dr. Roberts. Excuse me for interrupting. Not at all. What is it, Stefan? Well, I ran out to John Doe's blood and found a definite symptomatic infection. Although I couldn't narrow it down any more than that. That's a step in the right direction anyways. Let's start him on a broad spectrum antibiotic, stop the steroids, see what goes from there. We'll do. I just love how this, I love how this just comes up and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It's right there! You're trying to tell me it's not? I'll have... You know, I know what I'm doing. Sort of. As I say, sort of. What the hell is this? Oh, the world. The world! There we go. Sorry to intrude. We're having a party, come on in. It's just that I found a man's striped shoe at St. Olaf's nursery. I couldn't find its mate, but our patient's size. What size is that? 10. Narrows it down to a mere 50% of the male's population. I realize it isn't much, but I found something a little more worthwhile as well. Spit it out. The patient vomited in an ambulance on the way to the ER. I sampled some of the vomit. It contained traces of a very strong curry. Curry? He must have had ingested it within an hour of collapsing. Hey, I know an Indian restaurant just down the street from that nursery. Maybe they know this guy there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, Stefan. You head to the restaurant with a picture of our man. Elizabeth, did you search the ER for that missing shoe? No, not yet. I thought it was more important to tell you about the curry first. Good idea. Now found that other shoe. Okay, if I were a patient in the throes of a violent seizure, where would I fling my shoe? Well, we wouldn't know, would we? It's a match. So, either Mrs. Ingram was lying, or a patient was somehow in the school without anyone knowing about it. That's possible, too. Dang it! I know I'd screw up somewhere. The hat. What's that? A toaster? A box. What the frick is that? It's interesting what you can find. No, it's not a box, it's a thing. A wrench. A wrench. Wrench. Okay, where's that? What is this thing called? A twig? That's not, an ear twig or something. I know it's a bug, but I don't know what kind of bug it is. It's like an earwig or something. I don't know. I know you guys are like, what the heck are you talking about earwig? I don't know. It's something. I don't know what the heck it is. Hey, if you know what it is, comment below for me. Then I can tell what it is. Because otherwise I don't know. I heard of earwig bugs. I think they travel on trees or something. Don't ask. I've heard about it. Don't even ask. I believe that is a blood sample. Yep. Patel. I will be with you in one moment. No problem, take your time. I guess I should use the opportunity to take a look around the place. There it is. Poison symbol. Okay, I would be very naive not to know that it is. There it is. I was so scared I was not going to know what it is. I mean, there's so many symbols, and I know that, when you see it, you know it, But as for, trying to express it, not express it, but, I don't know how to explain it. Pig, wink, wink. A wallet, a baseball, and high heel shoe. Wait, a high heel shoe? Why would we have a high heel shoe in this place? Matter of fact, why would all this place be all over the place to begin with? Common sense would tell you none of this would be suitable for this high heel shoe. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're trying to find a high heel shoe. If I'm reading it right. Bowling pin. High heel. Am I reading that right? High heel shoe. Yeah, I'm reading it right. High heel shoe. And a bowling pin. I think that's very ironic how the guy got sick. I'm glad I actually sat there, took care of myself before I went on. Because I did get sick, but I sat there, brushed my teeth, washed my face the whole 9 hours before. I wasn't feeling that great. I don't know what the heck it was. But I'm alright though. I was trying to go back in my head on what would happen earlier to figure if I missed something or something. I'm always trying to go back and figure out if I missed something. I'm always constantly worried I missed something, or I didn't say something, or I forgot something, or I didn't say something right, or da 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 da. And on and on and on and on and on I go. Oil can, razor, and hook. that would be the curry. What? Petri dish? No. That. Damn it. So it would be a petri dish then. Thank you. I was trying to figure what it was, but I couldn't figure it. I ain't perfect, you know. Oh, I know we have more. I'm just trying to figure one by one. Sorry about bopping the thing again. I seriously gotta quit bopping it. I could easily sit there and just play with, you know, my mic in the computer, but I don't want to do that. I don't feel like I'm... It feels weird not being that close to the computer or something. I don't know. I'm weird that way. Give me a break. I like having my headset there. I like being immersed. That's just me. Most people don't like it. I do. I can have the option of not, you know, have it, you know, just because my has a built-in thing. But patient's wallet, baseball, high heel shoe. But I feel that I like it the way it is. I forgot what I was saying. I still can't find that high heel shoe, which is probably red, I'm assuming at this rate, because it's really red in here. So the only way to make it blend would either make it darkish brown or... That is not no heel, that's a flat. Even I know my shoes. Hello, welcome to Table for One. No, actually, I was just wondering if I could have a few, could ask you a few questions about hey, have you seen this person before? Ah, Freddy! Frederick Bellet. He comes here often, yes. He does? Yes, in fact, he was here just yesterday. Chicken viniatol. He loves it. He left his wallet here. Where did I put it? It's alright, I think I found it. You should know that Mr. Bellet is currently a patient at Leighton Sains Hospital. I'm one of the doctors on his case. He's been unresponsible since he arrived, and we're trying to track down his friends and family. Not food poisoning. That is yet to be determined. Never food poisoning. No. I ate the same dish with him right at that table, and I'm fine. He would come by here early before the lunch crowd. We often dine together. Do you know if he had any family here? No, he only came to America a short time ago. I remember how happy he was last year when he got his citizenship, and we had a little celebration. So he's an American citizen. Why, of course. Do you know where he worked? Funny, he never spoke of his work. Whatever he did, it had to be around here. He passed by here almost every weekday. Or weekend or whatever. I couldn't. That's too fast. Did you notice anything funny about him yesterday when you two were eating? Actually, yes, I did. He kept itching his leg, saying, "A mosquito got me good." Anything else? Nothing I can think of. Is he going to be alright? We hope so. What you've told me may help. Thank you. Perhaps I will stop by and see him this evening after work. A withered twig. I was left a beautiful and rare orchid, and I turned it into a withered twig. Note to self, don't let Tara watch my cat. Well, I just have to replace it. There's no two ways about it. I never hear the end of it. Also, you don't have a cat. As far as you'll ever know, I don't. Anyway, what is Ed, 12 years old? Oh. Anyway, what is it? What is Ed, 12 years old? You're gonna try to pass off another plant as his? You really think a cardiovascular surgeon will fall for such a childish trick? I don't see another way around it. There's a place downtown, the Family Tree. They have all these kinds of rare plants. I bet they have a jewel orchard. I don't know what the hell that sound would be. We have to do sounds now. That is a fly, but I don't see one. Bowling pin. No. What the hell would that be sound? How am I supposed to know that? Well, that could be duct tape, if anything. But Was there duct tape here before? I don't recall duct tape being around here. I could be wrong though. There might have been at one point. I don't know what the heck that would be. I think it's a bell. Maracas. Elephant. Golf. That sounds like some kind of whatever. And that one I can't quite figure out. A hammer? The world will never know. I'm using the Eminem speech on that one. I don't know. I'm not good on these audio clues. Really, I'm not. I'm gonna be straight out honest on this one. I'm not that good on that one. I don't know. I'm not genius on sounds, you know. I remember watching a lot of shows on TV with game shows, and I always get those wrong. A ball? But what is that? That is driving me nutters. Not literally, but I don't like not knowing what it is, and I like to know what it is. I'm frowny faces. But that's not gonna help me any. It makes me pout because I really don't know what it is. And I have to wait for the hint button. But while the hint button's going, I'm gonna sit there looking around. I am so clueless. Are you serious? There's black? Well, that explains it was not. It was electrical tape. Excuse us, Stephen, Elizabeth, come in. What did you find? For one thing, our John Doe's name is Frederick Bellet. I spoke with someone at the Indian restaurant who knows him quite well. He's a regular. He's also quite conveniently for us. Left his wallet behind. Oh, conveniently for us, he left his wallet behind, completely with driver's license and green card. There goes your illegal immigrant theory, Elizabeth. Any luck on the shoe? First of all, it wasn't my theory. Second of all, I found the shoe and it's a match. So Bellet was inside St. Louis despite Sarah's claims to contrary. Stephen, go to the address on the driver's license and do a little snooping, Elizabeth. It's back to St. Louis for you. Give Sarah the what for. Right, confrontation, my weakest suit. Perfect opportunity for you to work on it. Before I go inside, I'll have one last look around. You never know what Stephen missed. ID badge. Early development. Beetle. Oh, I know for one thing, after this episode, I'll probably be taking a nap during rendering, probably. Excuse me. Because, for one thing, I noticed with these kind of games, they drain me, literally. They literally make me sleepy. Because it makes you think so much. And every time I think too much, I go right to bed afterwards. That's just me. I don't know why, it just happens quite often for me. And a gnome. And a feather and a kiwi. And now I need a hand shovel and 2 beetles. Another beetle. You again? What are you doing back here? Did you know our school was broken into last night? Oh really? That's awful. Yes, we're having a bit of time here. I just finished being questioned by the investigator officer. Perhaps you could come back later? Mrs. Ingram, why did you lie to me about Frederick Bellet? Who? The time of being deceptive is over. A man's life is at stake here. I found his name tag on your school's lawn. Not to mention his shoe on your classroom. What? Nonsense. Let me see that name tag. This was not issued by us. Do you see me wearing a name tag? Do you see any of our facility wearing name tags? No. Look, all I can say is that man did not work here. I didn't even know his name until you just mentioned it. Well then, what was he doing here the other day? I'm afraid that's none of your business, and if you insist continue to harass me or my school, perhaps I'll suggest to the investigating officer that he compare the prints found on the fourth classroom window with your own. Good day, Doctor. Darn it, I probably could have handled that better. Not a bad place. Centrally located, he could walk pretty much anywhere he wanted. Gardening gloves. Ticket. Baba. Oh, baby, Baba, where are you, baby? Oh. Okay, here. C-clamp. Perfuming. Safety pin. Aspirin bottle. And a book. Okay, so the aspirin might be a clue if he had a fever or a bad head the day of the siege that could be clinically significant. As for the garden gloves, he certainly wouldn't need them to maintain his house once, and he doesn't have a yard to speak of. I'd better report back to Dr. Roberts. Come in! What's the news from the field? Well, I spoke with the evasive Mrs. Ingram again. She insisted that Frederick never worked at school. I don't think she's lying about that, but she wasn't so good at convincing me that she didn't know who he was. Also, I found an ID badge of his on the grounds. I'm certain he was inside the school at some point. Any theories on why Mrs. Ingram continues to be so stubborn? I think he was there for a reason she doesn't want anyone to know about it, but I'm drawing a blank on what the reason could be. Garden. Ballet's apartment is clean, well-maintained, and contains no toxic or hazardous situation I could sniff out. There was a bottle of aspirin out in the open, so he might have a recent fever or headache, but the odd thing was the presence of a very dirty pair of gardening gloves. The man has no yard and no garden. Gardening gloves? Yep, heavy duty. I've got it! Dr. Roberts, do you know where Dr. Key is? She's in her office. Start ballot on anti-money. I'll be back in an hour. Anti-money. Is she nuts? We aren't going to actually do that, are we? Stuffing, you're lagging. Elizabeth is completely right. We need to start Frederick on anti-parasites immediately before it becomes visceral. Please tell me he's got a common blood type. Actually, we don't know his blood type yet. What are you waiting for? Didn't Elizabeth already ask you to do that once? He might need a transfusion if you're too late. Okay, Stefan, time to brush up on rediment. Okay. That's a type of antigen. It reacts when a blood sample with a blood sample. It means that that sample has a component. I'm type O positive, so it won't react with my blood. So anything with a positive doesn't work? Okay, whatever! Great, we got a reaction. Whoa. If it reacts, what does that mean? It means that the sample has a B component. So B something, okay. Okay. So it's B something. Let's see what it is. So it's B negative, I think. Damn it! It's B something. Nothing happening. Well, it doesn't have it. It's B negative. And nothing happens with the RH. It determines if your blood is type positive or negative. It would definitely react with my blood. So positive. So it's B negative. Like literally be negative. Why can't we submit it? Nothing happened. Why can't we submit? Thank you. Frederick Bell, B negative, elevated normal, slightly deficient normal. Now that's done. I better start him on an anti-messy. I can't find it. It took me this long to figure out. I better check the grounds for exotic pests. Hopefully I can do without anyone knows. I don't know what you. Oh, jeez. Take these butterflies out of here first. Netters. I better get back to the hospital and check on the blood results. The results came back leishmanitis. I figured as much when you left Lesmite. How did you get that from a nursery school? Not a nursery school, a plant nursery. He worked at the same place Dr. Key was looking to buy her for the place in orchid. From, I picked up one, by the way. Thanks, Liz. Saved me a few nights on the couch. A nursery? So what was it? A sandfly probably brought in from a South American shipment? Most likely. But then, why was Mrs. Ingram so reluctant to talk? Why all this suspicious backpedaling? Frederick was delivering flowers to her when he had the initial seizure. I found the card that must have come with the flowers. Mrs. Ingram is married, and apparently these flowers were not from her husband. Ah, it makes sense. So he forgets his wallet while eating an early lunch, takes the flowers to St. Louis, has a seizure, kicks off issue, and his ID badge. And the leishmanitis causes throat lesions, making it nearly impossible for him to talk. Net result, one big mess. Exactly. Excellent work, Elizabeth. If you hadn't made the connection, we'd still be here barking up the wrong tree. I'll ignore that pun. If you let me go home and get some sleep, I've been here for 48 hours. Of course, both of you get some rest, and Stephen, try to bring your A game next time. Of course, Dr. Roberts. And there you have it. Case 1 done, and 2 more cases to go. Which means this series won't be that long. We'll have 2 more cases, and that's about it. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I know you're probably exhausted from the long, outtakes because of the, I really did have difficult finding things. And I'm sorry about that, but I'm working on that skill to get better at it. And I actually recommend people to do it more often because it does help you think more. Alright guys, well, if you enjoyed this, please give a to that like button and give a to the subscriber button if you're not a family member already. Alright guys, it's been a long night at the hospital if you didn't notice. Ugh, I'm exhausted. So, without further ado, I need to retire for the evening and get some rest for our next medical situation in the next gameplay we'll be playing, which is totally 360 different. Alright guys, this is DancingSouless, and I enjoyed myself being here with you guys, and I'm pretty sure you did too. Alright guys, well, I miss you and I love you guys, and alright guys, this is DancingSouless, and I hope for the ones that haven't subscribed, you hit that nice subscriber button and give a good nice big to it, and give a to that like button if you enjoyed yourself and loved what you saw. And even if you didn't really like the gameplay itself and you just loved the fact that we just sat back and chatted or whatever not, give a to that like button. It isn't that isn't necessary to be for liking the gameplay. It could be just for the conversation, But I know for once I did enjoy the gameplay myself. I enjoyed all my gameplays, but I really enjoyed this one. Although it's very mundane with trying to find things to have difficulties, but I loved it and I really did enjoy it. Alright guys, I love you guys. I miss you guys. I gotta start heading out, get editing and all that for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next gameplay. Alright guys, love you. I miss you. Alright guys, see you in the next video. Bye guys.